let's try that. Okay, my hair has just been really weird for the last month or so we're just gonna have to deal with that. Hello, hi there, my name is Echo. So there's this art challenge that I keep seeing floating around the internet on Twitter and Tumblr called the Color Palette Challenge. Essentially how it works is that an artist has to draw something, usually fan art, but they are only allowed to use a specific color palette, which is randomly generated or chosen by their followers. I have decided to do both. So I pulled together 4 random color palettes and I let you guys pick one, and this is the one that you voted for. So I figured today I could go ahead and draw one of my favorite world leaders, Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister. And I would say that he's my favorite world leader because he has a gender-balanced cabinet, and because he believes in climate change, and because he's marched in a pride parade, and because he has multiple degrees, or because he's a world leader who goes to Comic-Con, or because he's one of the very few world leaders with a tattoo, or because he also used to be a teacher, or because he's shown active interest in preserving the LGBT community's rights. But unfortunately, because he looks like this, no one would believe me. So instead, I'm just gonna say that I'm drawing him because he's very drawable. If you follow me on Snapchat, you already know this. So I figured I could go ahead and do a bit of a Q&A while I try this out. In all honesty, part of the reason that I want to do this is because I'm still getting used to this tablet. So for this drawing, I'm going to be using a reference photo. Also, I want to be clear, I really don't know that much about Canadian politics, but the more that I learn about Canadian politics, the more that I'm jealous of Canada. There was actually a guy here who thought that I was Canadian, and I really didn't want to correct him. Okay, we're gonna start with like an outline, because that's gonna be the easiest. It's so weird looking at Trudeau's face this close. Okay, so this color palette is very green, also a bit blue. I think we can work with it. Let's start with some basic line art. So I'm going to try and approach this the same way that I would if I was doing this in graphite, starting with a very light basic outline so that I can get something to work with. Oh my god, I get so focused on this. I almost feel like the lines need to be even more fine than this. Let's lower the opacity so Mr. Trudeau isn't staring at me so much. Let me see what questions you guys have. Fiona, what is your favorite medium in art? I think my favorite medium might be graphite. If I could only use one type of equipment forever, I would probably pick graphite, although I feel like it might make more sense to do digital. Answering questions and drawing at the same time is shockingly more difficult than I was planning for this to be. On top of being a beautiful human on the inside and out, Justin Trudeau also has a beautiful family. I'm debating getting a PhD in Canada. I didn't even answer that one. I haven't yet to answer any questions. What is wrong with me? Cake wants to know, how long does it take to make a video? Oh, this one's actually a really good question because it takes a lot longer than people think. Videos used to end up being 5 or 6 minutes and now they're about 10, but the filming amount has roughly stayed the same, at least for me. When I make a video, I will spend about an hour filming and then anywhere from 8 to 20 hours editing, but I have found that slightly more difficult now that I've come back to get my master's degree. I used to be able to make videos over the course of a weekend, but now it's like 3 or 4 days. Any professional YouTuber will tell you that making videos takes way longer than people expect. Although I feel like the work is getting even harder because videos are expected to be longer nowadays. Gotta get that watch time, and I spend way too much time editing my videos because I like to make sure that they're good. I think it's very easy to make crap on YouTube, so I try not to do that. But yeah, making a video takes forever. For example, I've been recording for half an hour. Doesn't feel like it, does it? Gabby wants to know, how do you dye your hair? I've tried so many brands of hair dye, and I think the two that work the best for me are Special Effects and Punky Color. You can buy them online for fairly cheap. Usually, given that only half of my hair is red, I can usually use one container twice. They last the longest and they have the best color, in my experience. Jared wants to know, do you feel jealous when looking at other people's art? Yes, all the time. Like Jaden Animations, she is so much better at forms than I am. I will never be that good at drawing figures. Like, she's just really good at line control in general and everything. And I'm jealous of it all. Jaden Animations, man. She's good at what she does, and I wish I was as good as her. I also have gotten into the weird habit of following artists on Twitter, and some of them post this like amazing artwork with like really good color, and I'm bad at coloring. I'm so bad with color. That's part of the reason that I'm doing this. It's because I'm bad with color. I can do simple block color, but the way that some of these artists experiment with colors is amazing, and I can't replicate it, and I'm trying real hard someday. I don't think there's ever going to be a point where you're not jealous of other people's artwork. Because even if you're on like relatively the same skill level, each of you are going to approach problems very differently. So each of you are going to have this unique expression that you can't copy. There's this one particular artist that I follow on Twitter named Scout, I believe, and she does all of this really amazing Supernatural and Kings of Con fan art that I just wish I could draw. The way that she draws male anatomy is very, very good. Sorry, focusing. I'm so jealous of the way that she draws anatomy. I will never be able to draw bodies as well as she can. Also, her use of color is amazing. Justin, your jaw is making things difficult. Close enough. Ooh, here's one. CO asks, have you ever wanted a job that wasn't YouTube? Yes. I've wanted a variety of jobs throughout my life. When I was a really little kid, the very first job that I wanted to have was to be a teacher. That's something that I still want, but now I want to teach higher education. Then when I was in high school, I was debating between being a graphic designer, a comic book artist, or a mathematician. No, for reals. I was debating being a mathematician because I really like math. Yet another reason that I really like Justin Trudeau. He used to teach math. When I was in high school, I wanted to make YouTube videos, and I knew that people made money off of them, but I never knew that you could actually make a living off of it. So I was always really scared that making videos would be irrational and wouldn't lead anywhere. Holy crap, I was wrong. I think one of my biggest YouTube regrets is not starting to make videos years ago when I first wanted to. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I waited until I got my degree, because now I know a lot more about design and filming and all this professional practice stuff. Although the one other job that I still kind of really want is to be a graphic novelist. I really want to publish a graphic novel. I really want to make comic books. I have so many storyboards and so many things planned for graphic novels. Microphone down. We've got a microphone down. Do you find drawing therapeutic? Yes, very. I feel like with drawing, once you've got your basic idea down, it really doesn't require that much in-depth thought. It's just focus. So it's good because I can kind of just zone out and let it happen. So for me, drawing is almost like a meditative state. I think that's one of the reasons that I like it so much. You can just kind of enjoy it as it happens. Trash says, if you could own a dog, what type of dog would it be? I feel like I've mentioned this in a live stream, but I don't think I've mentioned it on video before. My favorite dogs are funny dogs, like Corgis, Pugs, and Shiba Inus, and also badass dogs like Dobermans. I could totally see myself having a Doberman. However, if I was gonna get a dog, it would probably be a rescue dog from like an animal shelter, and most likely it would probably be a mutt. I think all of the dogs that my family ever had were all mutts. When I was growing up in my hometown, there used to be this thing where if anyone in the town had a dog that had puppies, the family would just then take those puppies and put them in a box and then go sit out in front of the grocery store and give them away for free to a good home. And that was how my family got the majority of their dogs. People just trying to get rid of puppies. Okay, cool. I think that's all I have time for right now. If you made it all the way through this video, I'm gonna give you 999 awesome points. And if you're Canadian, I'm gonna give you a bonus awesome point because I accidentally turned your Prime Minister into Shrek. It's not easy being green. Be sure to turn on the notification bell thing because that's like the new subscriber thing. I don't know what YouTube's doing. Man, we're just gonna play along. Plus you'll get to be part of the notification squad and then you'll be all cool and stuff. Like these people. Also, I didn't really mention this, but I updated my P.O. box. It's in the description. For this video, I would like to recommend the title song from Tom Scott's Scrapped Week on his Dark Squitch channel. I love it so much. It's such a good song. Little Deuce, man. I just want to show you how completely brain dead I am because I have a deadline. I've had 2 energy drinks and a cup of coffee this morning. And I feel steady. I'm gonna die. I can hold my caffeine, that's for damn sure. You are a beautiful person, and you may not believe it, but it's true though. Oh, puns.